They say that a crisis reveals your true character. Well, unless you're Donald Trump, because then you never had any to reveal. But this presidency, which is a crisis, and this pandemic, which is another crisis made infinitely worse by that other crisis, has certainly pulled the mask off right-wing Christianity. And girl, it's not pretty. What would Jesus do? Probably pull a full-on Mariah Carey. I don't know them. I mean, ask yourself. What have evangelicals been in the news for most? Healing the sick? Caring about anyone not incorporated? No, for defying health guidelines and keeping their tax-free profit centers, also known as churches, open in a pandemic.
Put hundreds of people in his congregation at risk and thousands of residents who may interact with them this week in danger.
Because what could be more pro-life than killing people after taking 10% of their income? Quick! Where is the most dangerous place in America to stand? Between a megachurch pastor and his collection plates. Glory to them. In fairness, evangelicals haven't had a lot of spare time to heal those not covered by insurance in America. They've been too busy ensuring that they cover for the heal in the White House and opening Liberty University, ka-ching. Because pool boys ain't gonna pay themselves to keep quiet. You see, conservative Christians are less likely to help you in a disaster than they are to gloat over why you had one coming. It's a family tradition. Billy Graham, Franklin's daddy, blamed AIDS on the gays. And Jerry Falwell Jr.'s daddy, blamed 9/11 on the gays too. Well, we have a new generation, but the same old scapegoats. And having Trump in the White House has given license for evangelicals to serve up even more judgmental crass, while they chow down on even more governmental cash. And the closer you get to Trump, the more likely you will see this type of smug response to tragedy. Ralph Drollinger, who leads Bible study at the White House, blames the virus on homosexuality. Pastor Robert Jeffries, Trump idolator and puritanical pixie from Dallas, says it might be abortion. Shocking. It's always either homosexuality or abortion with these people, which is odd, as Jesus rather carelessly forgot to mention either topic. An appalling oversight we conservative Christians have devoted our lives to making up for. But there is something rather unsettling about evangelicals suggesting that over 100,000 Americans were lost, not because Donald Trump is too incompetent to keep them alive, but because God is so vindictive he wanted them dead. 'Cause abortions, or homosexuality, or even if they had nothing to do with either. Alas, the Lord's wrath was never famous for its accuracy. And if they're not using the pandemic to settle scores, evangelicals are using it to make money, because conservative Christianity truly is the Trump University of religions, whether it's Jim Bakker selling his silver snake oil, or worse, tongue-talking carniac Paula White, White House spiritual advisor, conflating the crisis with her thirst for cash.
You need to send in that $100,000 check.
Paula asked people to send her money for her hospital.
We are a hospital for those who are soul sick.
A metaphorical hospital devoted solely to the health of Paula's investment portfolio. I know what you're thinking. But Betty, Franklin Graham set up tents in Central Park to help. Samaritan's Purse. The emphasis is always on the second word. Now, I'm not saying putting up tents emblazoned with his Samaritan's Purse logo for a few weeks was just a publicity stunt to promote a charity. Graham skims over $700,000 off every single year. It was also a fabulous opportunity to promote his anti-gay agenda, as healthcare workers were required to pledge they were against same-sex marriage before they were allowed to save anyone's life, because that's what Jesus told his followers to do. Multitask. Heal the sick while you judge them. Save so much time. And again, odd, because the only thing Jesus forbade when it came to marriage was divorce. But you won't see Franklin Graham only hiring healthcare workers who disapprove of the twice divorced, so far, Donald Trump, because that would require following Jesus. And as Trump and his pandemic have shown, conservative Christians are, apparently, so over that. With one exception, Jesus said to help the meek. So conservative Christians are helping the meek meet their maker, because to conservative Christians, the meek are just expendable impediments to businesses opening and making money again. And that's no coincidence, because religion is one of those businesses.
Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Donald Trump.
People love me. And you know what? I've been very successful. Everybody loves me.